Welcome to the Marine Channel, my name's David. Today we're going big boat, big value. We've found this Bavaria 46, the Cruiser 46, and it's got some really interesting features, some performance sailing features, and the interior as well is worth looking at because this is the Style Edition, which gives you a few nice touches as well. Also, this boat's had a few upgrades. It's a brokerage boat, it's a 2016, it's on the market at around about 200,000, so plenty of space for plenty of value. Let's walk down the boat quickly before we go on board, and I just want to show you a few features of the boat as it's out of the water, which is a good opportunity. First thing we hit obviously the bow thruster there just to help manoeuvring, but as we walk back, the first interesting thing really is this keel. So shallow draft, so you can get into those bays a little bit further than perhaps the deep fin boats. Also you see this wing. On performance boats, obviously that's there to give you a bit of lift, probably less so on this, and it's all about getting the weight down there so you can have that shallower draft and the keel not being so long, but still gives that righting effect from the weight. If we move back, sail drive under here, just nice to have a folding prop so that obviously it's out when it's in operation, and then when you switch the engine off it just feathers and reduces drag, so it helps with performance a bit. And then finally, as we come back, we've got these lovely twin rudders. Again, originally developed for probably race boats, but it means that when you're heeling, you've got one rudder that's still really active and effective. So some really nice features going on under the water. Let's hop up and have a look what it's got on deck and down below. Right, as I step onto the boat, the first thing I'm faced with is this huge transom platform which folds down and makes a really nice bathing platform. It's a really good size, a couple of slots there for bathing ladder to go in, so brilliant for using the water, swimming, paddleboarding, whatever you happen to be using. And obviously it folds up and just completes the transom there. But it's a really nice access, so it's huge wide steps here, this wide, and I come up into what is a really big, spacious cockpit. First thing I'm hit with, twin wheels obviously. Twin wheels, the reason for those is once you are heeling, it means you can sit on the high side of the boat. So I can sit here, really good clear view down the deck, and my weight's on the right side, sort of nod to racing I guess, and gets a bit more performance. Really nice little touch here. So these little flaps that come up, slot in there. So when the boat's heeled, they give me a footrest to stand on, just to stop me sliding down to the other side of the boat there. So yeah, dual wheels. Nav kit, here we've got the Garmin plotter. That was new in 2022, so upgraded from the original 2016. Nice big steering compass there, visible from both helms obviously. And over each helm we've got some nav equipment in terms of wind instruments. This side's got the Fusion stereo control as well, and this button is actually for the primary winches there, and if I press that you can see, so it just saves the crew a bit of grinding there, which is good. If I go over to the other side, again we've got some wind instruments here, the Garmin wind instruments. We've also got the autopilot there. Also we've got the control for the bow thruster, so I guess if you were coming into the marina, you'd want to be helming from this side of the boat. Also down here, just quickly, we have the engine controls for the Volvo. It's got a D2 75 horsepower diesel. It's only done 290 hours on this boat, so very low hours. You've also got your main shore power socket and obviously the throttle there. So if I just go forward a bit, we come into the main area of the cockpit. Two quite big lockers here, plenty of storage, and there's your bathing ladder. And also, in fact, I missed one here. If I just come back here, so that gives you access to some of the rudder gear there, but also a really nice storage for an inflatable dinghy, paddle boards, fenders even, whatever you've got to store. So this is where you would sit outside in the sun. Got a nice bimini to keep the heat off us, but a table that actually makes into quite a big sociable table. So we've got two leaves that pop up either side, so it gives you quite a lot of area there. And within that we've got a store there just for bits and bobs, bottles, power socket there, and a couple of cup holders. So it's a really nice sociable cockpit, as well as usable for when you're actually sailing as well. Got a spray hood here. Nicely all the lines are led aft, so there's no scrabbling around on the deck. All the jammers really clearly marked. But yeah, it's a really nice feeling cockpit. Let's go and have a look round on the decks. Right, as you come out onto the decks, first thing that hits you is there's plenty of space. Nice wide deck space. Don't have to be on my side and shuffling. The textured decks provide pretty good grips. It's a bit damp today and there's no sort of slippage there. Here we've got a gate, so when you're alongside the pontoon, easy to get on and off. Nice tow rail there, obviously, to stop you sliding over when you're heeling. But yeah, it's just a nice kind of wide deck to go around. Obviously you've got to swing around the shrouds there. Mast here, got big infurling mast with an Elfstrom main there. And going forward again, nice wide decks, big foredeck, furling head sail up here. This rig is actually double spreader rig with a small fraction. It is fractional, but not hugely fractional. And the backstay is manually adjusted on the back there with a handle. Just have a quick look in here. So this is the anchor locker, but quite big. We've got some big chunky fenders in there, and also the control for the anchor winch, which is electric obviously. But in terms of working the boat and sailing it, I think it's got a really nice space up here for sail handling and just moving around. So let's go and have a look down below and see what the accommodation's like. So as I come down the steps, A, they're nice and wide, and B, they've got these sort of winglets on them. So again, if the boat's heeled over and I'm coming down like that, I'm not going to fall off the edge of the steps, which is always useful. So let's have a look at the accommodation. So this is the style version. What that gives you is different worktops here, a slightly nicer galley, different upholstery on all the seating. This boat feels really light and airy. Lots of side windows, lots of top windows here. What we've got 1, 2, 3 hatches, 4 hatches over the galley area there. Let's have a quick look round the saloon first. So this is obviously the main dining table, but I guess doubles up as a chart table as well. You've got your main switch panel here with all the main switches for the powered bits around the boat, main battery switches, shore power generator, etc. Your Fusion main stereo there, and also controlled for the generator. Now this boat is fitted with a generator and aircon, so it's a really nicely spec'd boat. But this seating area here is very comfy, and you'd get what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, easily 6, 8 on the stool there as well. And yeah, it just has a really nice feel to it. Let's have a look over here at the galley. So the galley is actually a really good size. We've got a big sink here with a mixer tap, and here a smaller sink. This is actually a fridge, a chiller. Then as we move on, plenty of storage cupboards around the place, drawers. You've got a Bosch combi oven there. We've got a gimbaled oven and 2 3-burner hob, and again lots more storage then. And over here we've got really nice isotherm, I'm guessing a freezer and a fridge, but also we've got a Bosch dishwasher. So it's really kitted out quite luxuriously, quite comprehensively. Galley's a really nice space, obviously easy access to the dining area. And it just, as I say, it just feels really light and airy. Let's have a look at the cabin. Go in here first. So this is the first of the 2 aft cabins. They're pretty much identical. They're a good sized double. You've got natural light from both sides. That one goes into the cockpit, that goes outside obviously. You've got storage in there with a bit of hanging, a couple of shelves. You've got some nice size storage shelves on the side there. And what you've also got, every cabin effectively has its own bathroom. So if I just show you in here, so this is the ensuite for this side. This is the port side. So we've got loo, storage, bit of natural light, sink with again storage under, and there's your shower just going up there. So not huge, but having 3 bathrooms is pretty good. But it's quite a cosy, and it's quite nicely lit. So we've got a reading light there, but we've got this under shelf lighting there, which gives a nice atmosphere. That panel just gives you access to the engine, which I'll show you in a little while. Let's just go to the other cabin. Now this has got covers in, so the bed's a little covered at the moment, but it's pretty much identical. You've got the same storage, same space, same cupboard, and again in here you've got pretty much the same size ensuite with heads, and again a natural light there. Right, let's go and have a look at the master cabin. So that is quite an impressive cabin. It feels really big and light and airy. Lovely size centerline berth, double, and loads of storage shelf along there, and then you've got all these cupboards right around the edge for storage. And I quite like this sort of tongue and groove finish here. It gives it a bit of a, I guess, a New England feel to it. But here we've got storage cupboards over that side, and then if I come over to this side, more storage there, and the same down below. We've got a huge area here, so I've got plenty of room to stand, get dressed, and the headroom, again 6'2", plenty of headroom, no problem there. Now on this cabin, it's actually separate shower. So here we've got the bathroom, which is really light and bright actually. The lighting's good, it's got a nice size window, mirror reflecting it round. So there we've got the sink and the loo, and again storage above there. And then we go to this side, we've got a walk-in shower cubicle. Which is perfectly good size. So I think it feels like a really spacious, light and airy boat. But what I'm going to show you quickly is the engine. So the steps down here come up, I'm doing this with one hand, and they literally float up, so no problem lifting it. And under here we have this Volvo D2, 75 horse. So it's only done 290 hours and looks in really clean condition. Certainly evident it hasn't done a huge amount of hours. Down here we've got the battery. But these panels come off on the side, so you've got great access to work on it. Okay, let's just shut that up. And then the last thing to show you is the Jenny. And the Jenny's situated right behind the engine in here. So we've got this Whisper power generator, and in here we've got the battery charger and management as well. But you've got really good access in here. So you can just see the sail drive there. Back there the halyard exhaust for the Jenny, and obviously the cover just pops up. It's in an insulated box there. Wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour of this boat. For me, it's got a lot of features which I really like. Being an ex-sailor, I think the sailing capabilities of it and the kit it's got on it would actually make it a really enjoyable boat to sail. Some cruising boats could be accused of being a bit dull, but this one hasn't. You know, you've got twin wheels, so you're going to feel the exhilaration of sitting on the side there. We saw under there the twin rudders. That keel will let you get into some bays much closer to the shore than a lot of sailing boats, so that's great. From a socialising point of view, really nice cockpit, and again, down below we've got a huge accommodation area which feels really light and bright. The boat's really nicely kitted out, new nav kit. We've got the Jenny and the aircon, which means you can stay away from the marina for quite a long time. You don't have to be plugged in. So a lot going for it. The other difference of this boat, of course, is it's been wrapped in red, which really makes it stand out, and of course makes it go faster. I want to say a big thanks to Ben at Clipper Marine for allowing us to film this boat. This boat is on the market with them at the moment, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll hopefully see you on the next video. Please do remember to subscribe, hit that button down there, and we can let you know of any new videos that come up. Thanks very much.